The following is a presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And so today we actually go with the championship of the future. My name is Ron Chuckett, and tonight on the stream, in the video, we're going to set up my Strat-o-Matic Baseball 365 Burlington Streamers. The OOTP version is doing very well. The Strat version takes the field in about, a couple hours or so. So we're going to walk through what everything looks like for you and then set up my team so we can play the first of a 3-game series against an auto-pick team, because that's the only league I can get into, and I wanted to get this done in a way. And so it's 8 weeks, 162 games. Not sure. We certainly won't be streaming much of this, if any, but I want to give you an overview on how things set up. In the first video, we showed you the draft and showed you how to set everything up to go there and talked a little bit about what the 365 game does. And so now let's do this. Let's get ready to play some fake baseball, shall we? And of course, you get the, do you want carrots? No. Let's go to my default rotation. Let's look at the roster first. We're playing in Fenway Park 1996. I have $2.5 million to go. If I want to spend it, my roster value is $77,420,000. I have 24 active players. I could technically sign one more if I so choose, and because it was an auto rookie draft or auto draft thingy, I got everyone that I asked for. So Pedro Martinez, Jim Longenborg, Bob Gibson, Cockrell, Nepper, Pat Rapp, who can go 6 innings, Bobby Thigpen, Dan Quisenberry, Lee Smith, and Trevor Rosenthal are my pitchers. All except for Lee Smith can hold runners on base. Longenborg, Rapp, and Rosenthal have terrible wild pitch ratings. And again, the less we see of Pat Rapp on the field, the better, but I needed a 10th pitcher, and he only costs $670,000 fake dollars. My hitters, Del Crandall and Rick Dempsey are my catchers, and they have very good arms. In fact, Dempsey is a 1 E1. And in Strat-o-Matic, that's very good. Not a lot of power, though, but I got Bo, and I have Rice. That's the power. Ferris Fain is my first baseman. He's a 1E17. Eddie Watkis is also a 1E10 at first. Panic at the Disco is a 1E4 at second. Larry Gardner, no relation to Dave, from Burlington, Vermont, is a 1E11 at third. Eddie Yost is my other third baseman. We'll figure out how we want to do that. Not a lot of speed. Phil Rizzuto, holy cow, he's my starting shortstop. Bo Jackson is in left field. Dick Bartell is my other shortstop. Dale Mitchell will spend some time on the bench. Mike Greenwell is my 5th outfielder. Cesar Geronimo with a 5-arm out there in center field. And Jim Rice rounds out my team. How are we going to do? We're going to get nuked is what we're going to do. So my schedule, tonight, 3 games against the Gorts. Tomorrow, 3 games at home against the C-3POs. Then 3 against the Terminators. Back home for the C-3POs, then the Dreamcasts, and then finally we play the mainframes next week. So it's 3 games per day, which is a big difference from the 27 games my OOTP team plays. And we play a full 162 game season. 81 home, 81 away, and the season runs all the way pretty much to my vacation. So Wednesday, June 28th. So that's pretty good for $14.95 or $7.95 is what I spent for this team. So not too shabby at all. So what's on the front office screen? Welcome to the preseason. All free agents are now on a first-come, first-served basis. I can sign up for a Baseball Daily Players Championship. No. My my next games. So it's 10 p.m. every night. And I'm in one division. We'll go through the lineups in a minute. No injuries, no recent transactions. But that's what the front office main screen looks like. Let's set my lineups. Let's do that first. So there's two versus a lefty and a righty. And there's no DH. And there's alternates if I want to do that. I won't set that tonight. Let's edit this. Let's do the default versus the righty. This is the lineup that will be used when facing a right-handed starting pitcher, except for when you're facing a right-handed starting pitcher with the balance between the balance range you've set for either that or... Okay. We're not going to mess around with that too much. Pitchers always bat ninth. Let's see. We're not going to do... Salary isn't that much of a concern for this. So Rice will be my right fielder. And he, oops. Will bat third. Bo is my left fielder. He will bat fourth. Rizzuto is my shortstop. We'll clean that up in a minute. Let's see, we'll put Gardner at third. For my first baseman, we'll go with Ferris Fane. All right, so that's going to be my generic lineup. And there's no DH, so I'm leaving on not too bad. So we'll save my lineup. But now we'll do the lefty lineup. Bo, Geronimo, Rice. We'll go Dempsey, Fane, Panic, Yost, and the Scooter. All right, so let's move. And we'll move Dempsey down to ninth. Or eighth, rather. Close enough. And I can change this around pretty much every day. I had till 10 o'clock at night to do it, so obviously these games play overnight. If I don't like it one day, I can change it the next, but that's not too bad. And we'll save the lineup. Okay, so my default lineups have been saved. Now, let's see how bad I did. Okay. Three. Actually, I should be. We're going to change them around. Okay. So we got our high OBP with Caesar, Rizzuto, Rice, Bo. Fane's actually pretty good. That's a pretty good bottom half of the lineup. I bet I'm going to get nuked. Well, that Crandall 8th. So that's pretty easy how that's all done. Or, yeah. I meant to do that the other way. Now my lineup depth chart. Lineup depth chart interface is the standard way to set your team's default lineups in the Strat-o-Matic Baseball 365. It allows you to set up 2 backups for each fielding position who would be used in the starting lineup in case of injuries, as well as 1 platoon pinch hitter for each. We won't do this today. We'll mess with this later. Okay, so I screwed this up. I have no center for no backups. Oops. All right. Let's set up my default rotation. Well, this should be easy. Pedro, Gibson, Longborg, Nepper, Cockrell. You can assign specific starting pitchers to start each game with your schedule below. I don't think I need to do that. I'm not going to do that tonight. So you can see the ballpark. I'm playing the Frobos Gorts. And his rotation is ace is Don Newcomb, Foster from 26, Len Barker, Crowder, Benton. Okay, not worried about that rotation. Although, wow, he spent some money. He has 15 hitters. Who's his most expensive hitter? Buster Posey, that's pretty good. Ken Caminiti, each enjoy your special K. And Noma, Garcia Parra, and Andy Van Slyke. So he's got some power, he's got some speed. He on base percent, yeah, this should be pretty even, I would think. Hitter preferences. Who am I bunting? Oh, don't bunt. Gardner, Bo, Geronimo, Rice doesn't steal. Scooter to steal. Alright, so we'll save those changes. Slow hook. Slow hook. And a slow hook. Now, don't want the relievers to slow. And Cockrell can do pretty much what he wants. So that's pretty good. That's just hit the buttons. Save all the changes. Thick pan. Oh, of all righties. That's not very good. Okay, I don't want... Okay. I think I did that. All right. Okay. Set my team strategy. I'm going to be aggressive, normal, regular, normal, infield in the fifth, hitting pinch hitter versus lefties. Pinch hitter versus righties. Pinch runner. I don't really have a lot of room here, so I didn't do all that well with that. Okay, is that all set? I think so. So that's what I got. All right. Well, that was pretty quick. So you can see, really easy to set up. You can pretty much, I'm going to get my butt handed to me here. I don't have enough bench. But everything is just kind of clicking and pointing, and just use your common sense. And so we'll let you know in a few days just how well I did. But that's how easy it is to set up your team once it's drafted, and set the lineups and gives you all the numbers. And so in a few days, we'll just tell you how bad I'm doing. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ron Juckett. We'll talk to you the next time.